should be going live in just a moment. The stream is starting.
Colon F5 colon.
Colon F5 colon live stream.
There we go.
It is going to be a black screen for the moment because I haven't
That's
gone
cool.
into the full screen application.
Audio's good?
Audio.
No, you're a little on the quiet end, but that's fine.
We've been over this.
Just you.
Okay. Do we have video yet?
Yes, we have video.
Okay, so you see resume game, load last save, change difficulty.
Yes.
Yes. I see it.
That means I should probably stop eating delicious, tasty mini wheats, shouldn't I?
No, you can keep eating those because you will need them for every bit of this next section. Can you hear
good
the
Lord.
game audio?
Give me a second.
I can hear the game audio.
Yes.
Okay. How does it sound in comparison to our voice?
A little on the quiet end, which is good. Wait, talk a bit more?
Talking a bit more. Talking now, firing gun and talking.
You want me to talk too?
Sure. You can talk as well. I'm not trying to run you off.
Okay, you're kind of hard to hear over your gunfire.
Okay. Then, in that case, give me just a moment.
Like, Lyra and I can hear just fine. It's just you.
No, that's all right. I can futz with that. I need to go into my mixer? No, sound settings. No, mixer was right. No. Audio properties, that's it. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. Shut the fuck up.
Wow, this is what qualifies as a professional?
Yep. Okay,
Yep.
My microphone gain is being boosted right now. How do I sound now? I mean, not that you can really hear it over the game, I guess, but did doing that change anything as far as my audio is concerned? Because I boosted it by like 25%. Please tell me it fixed it, because that's as high as I can go.
Well, we can't really tell because you're not shooting.
Well, no, like, did me doing that increase my audio levels? Like, do I sound louder now? That's all. Louder.
Under fire!
Yeah, you're better.
Scuba time.
Okay, good. Alright, so remember when I said we would get the rebreather mask? We now no longer have to look at Nolan North's face for the rest of the game.
There you go, Bear. There you go,
Speaking
Bear.
of, are you live, Bear? Are you dead?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Oh shit, my mute switch was swapped around here for a second there.
No, it's fine. So did you hear anything of what I said?
Yeah,
about,
no, I heard everything you said. I was just muted when I thought I was unmuted.
Oh,
Then
okay.
I
Did you
unmuted to cough, unfortunately. Sorry about that.
Oh, Bear, if we worried at all about that, we wouldn't be streaming this game.
Oh god, I'm dying.
Don't die.
There's a bit of mini wheat stuck in my throat.
That's
Get
why
it.
you had to cough.
Get a drink, you dope. Don't choke on mini wheats. That's an excessively
Finish off your water already?
that's an excessively what's the word?
Unhealthy?
No, that's an excessively unimpressive way to go out. Choke on mini
Oh,
wheats.
that too. Yes.
Choke on mini wheats. Die. No.
Here lies Lazy Bear, choked on a mini wheat.
A single mini wheat.
A single mini wheat.
And
Didn't
died.
even have his Dr. Pepper anywhere in sight.
No, no Dr. Pepper. That's why I'm choking on mini wheats.
Oh, hi guys.
Somebody should,
Watch, we say Mini-Wheats, sponsor of the stream, and we actually get sponsored by Mini-Wheats. So we're like,
I don't
fuck,
want.
I wish.
I don't want to be sponsored by mini wheats. Please don't make me.
Why?
but Dr. Pepper. Like,
So-
Mini-Wheats instead of Dr. Pepper, though.
So hey Bear,
No.
remember this area here where we fought this thing and then it kind of blew up and
Yes.
Filled this place up with water. Remember
Yes.
what I said when I said, do you think this area is airtight?
Yes, I do.
Because this is the elevator shaft that we dropped down to, the half-constructed one.
Yep.
Now, how much do you think the next area is watertight?
Probably not very.
Because it ain't for shit.
Enemy spotted. Get
Well, that's... Oh dear. And I'm gonna guess that there's exposed power cables around.
Alley-oop. So, remember all those guys that were having lunch?
They're off lunch now.
Yeah, they're off everything now. Also,
Oh.
I want you to listen.
Oh!
I want you to
God.
listen because there's some very nice piano music going on right now.
Oh, there's some nice piano music.
No, I honestly don't know why.
It's for the sake of their sacrifice.
Art.
Oh, hi, Aunt. Oh, right, I forgot to link the thing.
Bear, you betrayed me again.
Oh. Hush you, I'm linking it now.
Oh, hey, look, I found some dudes.
Found some... Oh, yes.
Hiding? No. Dying? Yes.
You know, at this point, I'd be like, I don't know that this is actually union qualified, so
I'm
I
out!
don't do shit.
Ba, ba, da, 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 da.
Just shove it out of the way.
It's worth noting that the rebreather mask we got gave us unlimited air forever, so we can now just swim forever.
Like we said,
Oh.
the guy again.
So we just have unlimited air supply, eh?
OSHA would have a field day. Yeah.
Yes. OSHA
Yeah.
would have a field day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all out of love, but we have an unlimited air
fuck.
supply.
Damn it! I was gonna get there and jumped on it.
Yep.
I'm so
Bastard.
lost without you.
Fuck.
Well, at least
Oh,
it
we are
looks
quite
like
lost.
they didn't all drown in here.
Oh shit, I forgot what time it is. I need to quit.
Ugh.
Good lord.
It's just sad.
Some mini weeds.
Just all these bodies floating everywhere.
I don't know what you're talking about. They're terrorists.
I mean, this is a regular drowning pool.
I mean,
I get it.
Yes.
You okay?
broke for a second there.
At least it's not bluegrass. Nice.
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I forgot what you were going to say too.
It's not important, apparently.
But yeah, apparently the official Lancer Discord was giving you shit for running a monstrosity boss with no ads, especially no mechanical ads, when one of the players is a goblin.
You know, it does.
It's okay. I don't mind hanging out and watching everybody else fuck around.
You mean do the work?
Yeah, that's fine. Because everybody else pretty much smashed the shit out of it.
I mean, that was more.
Fucking duplexing the whole goddamn thing? Damn.
I mean, that's mechanically
was-
sound.
You know, you broke a few people in that instance. I just want to let you know. Because Death was like, the fuck's going on?
Yep.
Alright, well, we can't quite get to the next area yet, so we'll have to go around, essentially. We're going back the way we came.
Well, as long as you learn the lessons, all that matters.
I mean, I really like it, you know, because we've been prepping, you know, our team has been prepping to be fighting mechs, and then all of a sudden this organic just shows up? What the fuck?
Yeah, it is a little weird. I'm not complaining, though.
No, don't complain, because that was really, really cool.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Also, now we are in, like, currents for some reason. The water is actually, like...
Working against you.
Well,
You
here's
know,
why.
You could just have ads. That's the big thing. Also, you know, Big C critted twice, so that's kind of not anybody's fault.
Well,
Like,
if it adds... 300 points. If it's ads, then we will be looking for a bad guy.
well, no, he didn't even really need to have, like...
He didn't need to have a tougher enemy. A tougher enemy. He just needed to have more enemies. That's all.
Because,
okay.
and I mean, I made mention of this when I was talking about it with my group, my group that I play on Saturdays in person with. What I suggested to them, and what I think would have been a better idea, is that increasing...
I like how they're bashing on their GM.
No, seriously, it was a really fun game and we did like it.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun and it was really enjoyable. That said, I do think there are ways that you can improve it. That's all. It's constructive criticism, you know?
I think there's ways I can make it better.
Yeah, you know how it is.
So you're that big of an egotistical bastard.
No, like, I'm not saying... I'm not saying there's ways that I could do it better. I'm just saying there's ways to do it better.
And Ant has gone quiet.
Yeah. But, like, one of the ways that I had suggested to my group was that rather than just having the single enemy with, you know, admittedly more actions than normal, like, you know, that's fine. It's fine to have, you know, something big and bulky like that you're only really going to fight, you know, once, have more actions. That's fine. But one of the things I suggested was have, I don't know, maybe little baby ones that, you know, decided to show up too. That would be fine. And I mean, granted, you know, we had somebody on the team that was, you know, basically purely on technical, but that shit happens. You're not always going to be prepared for the right stuff.
Okay with hanging out in the background.
It's not like you can't do anything, you know? You can lock on, you can do all that sort of stuff.
Right.
It's just, you know... Obviously, your ability to be...
I still have to figure out what I can do, though, too.
You need to figure out what your role is going to be, because at this point, you're kind of the tech monkey for the group, and I don't know if that's what you want to do.
That's what we built for, specifically because that's what she said she wanted to do, so yes.
Well, she doesn't seem to know. Let me put it that way.
It's my first time doing something like this.
Myra.
Yes, I wanted to do it. I wanted to have fun and do it. That's really great.
He has a screen power, it was grenades.
Yeah, we've already been through there. That's where we initially found the power armor.
Oh.
Grenades.
What?
There.
What?
Yes.
There.
You broke me.
There.
Yes.
There.
So, yes.
One part.
We're going
Okay,
down.
yeah, he says, but seriously, yeah, if the fusion worms show up again, they won't be alone. I'll probably throw some mechanical mooks in as well. Cool.
I mean, I could, you know, just out of, you know, I can think of a way to actually have that done and make sense right now. The fucking ads and the mechanical mooks that come along with it are actually like drones sent by whoever the fuck to have these things cause trouble for the independent people that we're working for. Like, straight up. Ah. Like, for instance, one of the little ads can have, like, I don't know, some sort of
filthy commies, apparently.
Yeah, well, I don't get it, but you know, but you know, one of the little ads could be staying like in the back, or you know, something like that, and it could have like some sort of, oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? Some sort of like buoy type deal or something that's like sending a signal that's driving this thing up the wall.
Oh, that's neat. It's
like
I know what you're talking about. It's a thing that pisses them off.
Yeah.
It's in rage mode.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Bears on the same level here.
Yeah.
It's like one of those.
What is it called now? Yeah, we're on the same wavelength. I just don't know what the fuck to call it.
Like the closest thing I could think of is kind of the inverse of those.
It's an irritant. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, like an irritant, but like the closest.
The Zerg Psi controller from StarCraft 1.
You would have to have played StarCraft 1 for that to make sense to me. Grenade pack.
Yay.
We are bouncing around like madmen now. Okay, we are in the next area.
Jason, you okay?
I'm in some kind of factory. These guys are rolling out enough ordnance to invade a small country. Maybe even a big one.
Maybe even ours.
Holy crap, indeed. Fake Nolan North.
I'm getting out of here.
It's not fake Nolan North, it's actual
Yeah,
Nolan
watch
North.
me.
Jason, if we can stop this whatever it is before it starts,
And how the hell am I supposed to do that?
find a way. I know you can do it, Jason.
Well, that makes one of us.
Jason, come on.
All right. Fine. This is absolutely insane.
Intriguing.
Short version, humans figure out how to bait Zerg swarms where they want by setting up side beacons to drive them into a frenzy.
Yes, except being used by an enemy force to essentially overwhelm. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
that really does sound like something Mensk would do. Like, no, not even gonna joke. Like, that sounds exactly like something Arcturus would do.
There he is!
Also, these guys are in the middle of nowhere, and they might be making up an enemy that's not actually there.
Also a thing.
Yeah. Just given by the amount of banjo, I would say they're not smart enough for that.
Doesn't
mean-
have anything to do with it. You just have to have an active imagination, and they have an active imagination.
Oh god, do they have?
I mean, yeah, they have they have the capacity to imagine that they have a chance with the female characters.
What did we call, like?
I don't know.
He goes, Ant goes, this guy's like a Shadowrun version of Nathan Drake.
A what?
A Shadowrun version of Nathan Drake.
They also have ukulele. The Hicks, right?
Yeah, the Hicks
That's
have ukulele,
funny.
apparently. But, yeah. No, I mean,
There's many things I could see happening with this current setup and the people that we're working for.
Personal belief, it's, you know, I mean, they could be making up an enemy just because that's, you know, how redneck militias that operate out in the middle of the fucking sticks do.
Right, they're out in the middle of the fucking sticks, and, you know, they need something to keep their minds off of the fact that they're all lonely in the mining colony.
Or, you know, the fact that there's a guy who's clearly trying to militarize them and he needs an enemy to point them at.
That's true.
Speaking
So he makes up a paper tiger.
Yeah.
And says, yes, give the GM some more.
I have no, like for real, I have no problem giving you further ideas for
Can we put crystal foxes in there? So that
like,
Sarah can sneak it on board?
oh my god, just did I link? I'm pretty sure I linked the picture of the fucking penguins in the.
Yes.
Yeah. Just give Saren one of those, please. Just do it.
No, give her an Arctic Chubyo.
Arctic Chubyo?
Yo.
Yeah, it's like a Saint Bernard version of the Chubyo.
I would have gone with Husky, but that's me.
Saint Bernard.
These ones have 2 bourbon collars on its necks.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the Saint Bernard had the tankard of bourbon around its neck for when it was a rescue.
Mini keg, yeah.
Yeah.
That. Why bourbon though? I don't.
Well,
bourbon-
any sort of hard liquor, really.
Something that warms you up.
I guess. Okay. I don't know if a depressant is exactly what you want when you're caught out in the middle of a snowstorm, but alright.
Well, the dark and scary truth of it is it's not to help them live, it's to make them more comfortable dying. Anyways, and yes, yes, the adorably terrifying penguins.
The teeth, though.
The
Teeth.
damn teeth, boss.
I'd rather have a Chubby. Or an Arctic fox.
Hey,
The crystal foxes.
are we a war criminal yet?
Yeah?
I mean, they're trying to start a civil war, so start it.
Yeah, but they're at war yet?
Super Smash.
Just sucked all the joy out of the air.
Super Smash Bros. Those guys.
Yeah, I know.
Send
I
'em
sucked all the
right
joy
here.
out of the room with that one. I'm sorry.
Well, at the very least, you're doing a far sight better than me. I'm sucking all the oxygen out of the room.
Are you suggesting that you're getting rid of their air supply?
I'm suggesting I'm setting them on fire. They appear to have gotten wise to my action.
It's really weird that they're able to know where exactly you are even though you're inside the...
I don't think that worked. There you go. This is hop and pop shit.
It works.
I know, but I'm gonna make fun of
Another
you
grenade pack.
for it. Yay.
We're almost 2/3 of the way there. Alright, we are a little under-equipped to go dealing with this bullshit. But
Says you.
I can still
Do it anyways.
Okay, fine.
Be a man. Pop-Tarts, not just for breakfast anymore.
Flat!
Oh, okay. I'm having mini wheats though.
We melted.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
That's not a good idea.
Oh, we're all the way back here? What the fuck? God damn it, Bear.
The gear you have is never the gear you want.
I just, God damn it, Bear.
I didn't do it.
Did!
I didn't hold the gun to your head until you had to go forward.
Yes, you did, though.
No, I didn't. I just said be a man.
We discussed this yesterday. There's nowhere you can find a gun at 11 o'clock at night.
It's true. We had this discussion.
We did have this discussion.
suck. Grumble, 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 grumble.
Well, just hit this safe point here. There, now you can do stupid shit all you like.
Doesn't help me go through the next area.
No, but at least, you know, if you fuck up the next area, you will have shorter death.
They just stared at you. What the fuck is he doing?
Where the fuck is this at? Oh god! Monkey bars. Love that
So
anime.
good with them.
The animation's so janky.
It is.
And you thought I was weird for freaking out about the Ruby graphics for the first.
I mean,
Got that Ruby pick though.
which one?
That was a
the
really
one that
good
I
one.
made?
Yeah, did you see the chibi
I posted
that we
it,
doctored?
yeah.
Yeah, no, they were posted for the Dash read. It fucking broke me. It fucking broke me.
I didn't think it was that funny, but apparently it's goddamn gold.
I mean,
it hit me, man. It hit me it hit me like a truck. I wasn't expecting it.
you need to actually change your avatar to that one.
I could. Which one though?
Ruby.
Or the Ruby.
I think the Ruby one's better.
Right, the pure one doesn't
Yeah,
work
the
for
pure
body.
one.
Great.
Wow.
The pure one is great, but the Ruby one's better.
Especially with the headband on there too, that's actually ready to fight or do something.
Did his friend just plug him in the back of the head? You guys need to get
looks
better
like
at
it.
fire discipline. Holy shit.
Jesus. That absolutely was what just happened.
Get it? Fire discipline. Because I'm setting them on fire.
You suck. Hey, look, another save room.
I am not gonna dignify that with a response.
As
I
well
really
you
shouldn't dignify any of these with a response.
Everybody down!
No fun.
Look, Seuss, all I'm saying is that your comments are generally inflammatory in nature, okay?
Good God, guys!
That was terrible. I'm sorry.
I don't know what's wrong, Lyra. I really don't.
Yeah.
I feel like I mean I feel like
You
there's
should hit that
there's-
save room again really quickly.
I'm not gonna go over there. I don't have what I need.
Says as he heads back there.
No, he's going down.
Oh, okay. I said that as soon as he jumped down.
Another pass key.
Yay. One
Did
step closer to that thing.
the thing, you know.
The stuff.
Yeah, the
That's
stuff
that,
in the place.
The guy.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, sure.
Uh-oh.
What's going on? Oh, God.
Thoughts on Anthem? I haven't seen
What?
literally anything about Anthem, so I don't know. No thoughts.
It's gonna be trash garbage.
What?
It's very much smelling of EA needing a goddamn blockbuster. They're doing the same goddamn shit that they did with fucking what's it called? The bad game they released there, the one that got them in all sorts of trouble.
Star Wars?
Yes, that one.
I was gonna say, like, you might need to be more specific because this is EA we're talking about.
Right, specifically Battlefront 2 is what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
no, I know, but like when you first said the bad one that EA released, I'm like, that's all of them.
I know. I'm being a little general today, I guess. unscripted. Mostly because I haven't had enough sleep. That's the main thing here.
And whose fault is that, mister? I'm up playing video games at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Technically, we were playing a D&D game, so...
Yeah, technically the reason I haven't got enough sleep today is because we were playing fucking Lancer till 4:30 in the morning.
Yes, I know, but you could have gone to bed now, but you're choosing to play Nolan North Beats Paycheck.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So, how much shit do you think you can give me here? Whatever.
I'm not giving anybody any shit. I'm just saying.
Okay, fine. Fine.
I'm just
how much of a leg do you think your excuse has to stand on here?
You know what would be really sad?
Nolan North needs a paycheck? What?
Is if someone only had one leg.
Oh, fuck off.
No, I know what would be really sad.
Oh, no. Don't you dare.
Don't. But, it says, you mean the whole 2 Star Wars games? Star Wars games EA is released in the same time frame that LucasArts put out 11?
Yep. Another turret section, boys.
Yay?
I mean, come on, it's a Star Wars game. Everybody's gonna wait for fucking ever for something like that.
Yeah,
See,
that's...
here's the thing. Here's the thing about Star Wars games. I think that unless somebody can find a really, a decent new thing to explore with the Star Wars universe...
You mean like all the games they've been trying to release in the past several years, but they keep getting canned?
Yeah. I think we're done with Star Wars. I think we're done. Just because now it's just a setting. It's not a setting anymore. It's not a storyline that you can explore elements, themes of. It's an aesthetic.
It's a universe,
and you're an asshole.
Literally.
It's not even a universe anymore. There's no exploration to it. It's just an aesthetic.
I mean, there was going to be exploration in a lot of these new games that they were going to make.
I'm not talking about exploration in the mechanical sense of,
no, I'm talking like Knights of the Old Republic, fucking, wow, that's something new that we didn't see in the movies.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Exploration of themes. And it says, yes, it's because EA doesn't want to put out good games. They want to put out games that will make them all the money forever. Which, I mean, it's EA. Yeah, that's kind of their thing. It's a AAA publisher. That's what they all do.
Wait a minute. That was only number 19 grenade pack. Did we miss one? Did we miss one on our way back?
Maybe? I don't know. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll find it later, I'm sure. Oh, uh-oh. Too far. Oh,
too far. Too far.
Jaffa.
Touché.
Gold!
Gold?
Gold in their hills?
I was just about to get there.
Gold in them there vents.
What is this place? There's all kinds of weird stuff going on.
Well, it would be an underground complex that is very secret, and perhaps you could even say shadowed in secrecy.
Yes, some sort of shadow complex.
Shadow complex, yes.
Okay, I walked myself right into that one.
You really kind of did.
And says, I for one welcome the coming video game crash.
See, that's a hard one, because...
I like good games. I just want AAAs to stop being so...
Well, see, now that's the reason it's difficult, because it's like they have the capacity to actually make shit that is very good, with the kind of budget that smaller titles could only dream of.
But that's the problem, because they have the smaller titles that only, larger budgets that the smaller titles can only dream of, they absolutely have to be safe. that's the problem with the current AAA budget float. Is that when you spend $150 million, $200 million on a game, that game absolutely must make that money back, or your studio, which has been going for literal decades, is dead. No save.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. That's the problem we're encountering, is that there's no room to take risks in the AAA market.
And when they don't take risk, it just...
It's Michael Bay.
Yeah. Which leads to very unsatisfying video games. Alright,
Ant says that's the thing. If AAA companies all go under or are forced to change or die, we'll be left with the good games for the middle market and indie guys who actually care. And I don't think that's necessarily true.
Yeah, except
they're too wary of losing money to actually lose money.
Well, I wouldn't even really say that. I would say it's more the current market doesn't.
There is a market of people who just do not care about interesting or new or anything of that description.
Well, let me put it to you this way: what exactly? And I say what exactly?
Purple power?
Yeah, purple power up.
The foam gun, yes. Ant says, "Haven't I seen this in a Star Wars movie?"
But yeah, the current market just wouldn't support that sort of crash, unfortunately. And when I say it wouldn't support it, I mean specifically the fact that it... game?
Go on.
Goodness. How do I get out? I can't get out. I'm trapped! There we go.
Where the... okay.
I made it.
Good.
Like, specifically, think of how many... Like, think of how the publishers and shit like that work, as far as releasing games on the platform. And how the current console market and all that sort of shit actively works. If the publishers go under, there's no one to distribute the games, digitally or otherwise. There's no one to pay the fees that Microsoft, Sony, and all that are asking for, essentially. So it would require a complete overhaul of everything. And it would essentially leave, at the very least for the console market,
I took it out.
Leave Microsoft and Sony with
Don't sound so shocked.
all the power.
Ansys says,
I really
Steam?
did pick the right man.
Yes, there's also Steam, but you also have to remember,
Go radio.
Valve ain't very good at doing their own shit. Like, Steam is arguably one of the worst platforms, at least as far as consumer satisfaction goes. So, yeah. Sure, Steam might hold on there for the PC, and, you know, that's obviously something to think about, but when you're talking about the video game industry as a whole, the console market is where the main drive is. PC is not the main mode.
I don't know. Like, I understand what you're saying. I don't know if I agree with that. Yeah, even Ant's like, that's debatable.
Yeah, because Steam at least can help with independent developers manage something.
I mean, except for the part where in the past 6 months, independent developers have been moving to any other avenue possible because Steam is so shit.
Yeah, but I don't want to move Epic Games Launcher and
It's
entire library.
No, not for your entire library, but it is literally like 1,000,000 times better than fucking like Origin or fucking Uplay or any bullshit like that.
Yeah, but it's not Steam. And Steam is where I have my entire game library.
Right, and they're probably like
that's probably how market share they're going to maintain market share is through. Ouch. Is through sunk cost fallacy.
That's probably why they haven't bothered updating.
They don't have to, is the thing. And that's the whole problem, is that they really need to.
Like, if Epic had a way for you to migrate your Steam library over to the Epic Games Launcher, that would be it. I would switch in a heartbeat.
That would require some hot deals with Valve, though.
Yes, it would.
Likely the kind of hot deals that would not happen.
Yeah, I know, because that would be Valve literally just ending themselves. It would be suicide. But that's what I'm saying. That's unfortunately what it would take for me and likely most people. And nobody, I don't care what you say, nobody wants to have 2 game clients that they hop back and forth on.
What do you think I'm running Shadow Complex from?
I don't know.
Epic Game Store.
Oh, okay, well that's nice. But let's be entirely fair here. Are you going to give up Steam anytime soon?
I mean, I'm not gonna give it up, but there's no reason to. Like, it's fine. It's fine to have.
Inconvenient. It's fucking inconvenient that I have
really.
To have 2.
It's really not that inconvenient.
It kind of is, because, you know, especially like when you have Origin or the Uplay thing where you just don't actually use it.
I also have those. I run Titanfall 2 through it.
That's true. Well, congratulations to you. You are apparently
How long has it been?
The exception.
How long has it been since you played Titanfall, though?
2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, I was streaming it for Bearer.
Yeah, he was. But previous to that, it had been like an Agent 3rd.
Right, it'd been like 2 to 3 years.
That's because it'd been about a year, but that was because I finished playing it. Like, I completed the campaign, and I didn't really play the multiplayer, so...
Oh.
Like, I was done with the game.
And says Steam could easily turn their shit around, they just need to gasp, actually spend some money / manpower curating their game list. Again, I'm not entirely sure that's true. I think one of the biggest draws to Steam, for better or worse, is that almost anything can make it on, like, can work on Steam. You can, like, and you can get people to buy your shit on Steam.
Yeah, except for the part where it's almost all literal shit. Well, not almost all, but you know, you get what I'm saying.
No, but you know, look at the commercial success of something like Euro Truck Simulator. No one in their goddamn right mind would greenlight that sort of thing, would publish that sort of thing normally. But Steam went, I'm sure somebody would buy. Go ahead.
I mean, yes, that is the case.
That's what I'm saying. That's
but
one
you're
of the big
also
success stories of
right. You're also forgetting the mountain of shit that has been released on Steam since
Oh,
Valve
absolutely.
stopped giving a shit about curation.
But and I agree with you.
But you're
again,
saying they don't need to curate that. It's fine for the high levels of shit to just keep piling up and up and up, so that
because
indie devs
some
indie devs like the people that made Euro Truck can't get their shit seen on Steam because of the high volume of other bad shit.
But what I'm trying to say is that how would Steam, how would Valve be able to objectively tell, hey, this is something somebody actually wants to buy and could be a commercial success?
Human curation.
I don't necessarily agree. I don't think. I think that human curation would make Goat Simulator, Human Truck Simulator, or Euro Truck Simulator, fucking any of these random simulator games, or any number of other random shit games that people seem like getting over it with whatever the fuck his name is. I don't think that would have made it. I don't think like any human creator with, you know, the tenderness that you get with a game would basically sit there and go, "This game is shit."
No, I'm not saying no. No. Like, I'm not saying that Steam curators need to curate the games that get let onto the platform. No. I'm talking like actual people at Valve, like, get applications for games to be put onto Steam, and they see, oh, this is just a bunch of assets from the fucking Unity store made into a shitty clone of Minecraft. No.
This is a bunch of assets from the Unity Steam store made into a shitty clone of Sexy Hiking, which in itself was a shitty game.
Yeah, and probably
getting over there would never have made it.
I mean, what?
And it became a huge. Getting over it with Bennett Foddy, or whatever the fuck his name is, would never have made the commercial success or the massive streamer success that it ended up getting.
I want to say that stuff was.
Somebody curator would have been like, "That fuck it, this is a stupid game. We never would have made it on."
No, that's
that
not.
Stuff is popular because people play test it, like people that have influence on.
Okay, that's Ant says, hell, not even curation, just take a serious look at each game / complaint that comes across the desk to make sure they're at least legit. See also digital homicide, or just games that don't even work. Hell, some games have been quote, published and money paid for that didn't even have an executable file. Well, yeah, absolutely, shit like that needs to be screened, I agree with you.
Well, I mean, advocating for it not, so...
I'm advocating for any game that is functional, regardless of its quality, should have an opportunity to be published on Steam.
Okay, so you are saying that
as long as it's legal, as long as like doing copyright infringement. But I'm talking like if Steam, I think that having a business model where you publish all games regardless of their perceived quality, is a legitimate business model, and it's a legitimate model.
That's what itch.io is for.
Because
that's what itch.io is for. Steam should be holding itself to a higher level of quality than it used to hold.
Except itch.io is terrible.
Yeah,
like
Steam
doesn't publish anything.
And Steam is actively.
I think it actually curates the opposite way, and it doesn't publish things that are oh, and it says, hey, it's Spider-Bot 3 in one of the warehouse.
Oh my god. I love it.
Just got dunked.
And were you there for the... It is Spider-Bot 3. Were you there for the Red Dead stuff we did?
He was not, sadly.
Aww. Have you finished that game?
No.
We still gotta go through the prologue, but that means playing as John Marston again.
Epilogue, but yes.
Whatever. Yeah, no, we're actually still...
Very explained it to him. Oh yeah, I did explain the basic premise of Spider-Horse 3, the bad one, and Arthur Morgan, the hair tonic addict. Bear tonic. I still think it's funny.
It is. But yeah, Bear, no, like the level of quality that a lot of these games are being let onto Steam with is the same level of quality that the games on itch.io would be.
Okay, like, but here's the difference. Steam also publishes a whole bunch of AAA games, a bunch of like middle road games, and all these other games along the way. So, yeah, you do have a river of shit like itch.io has, but you also have other games to get people looking at.
Yeah, see, the problem is that, like, the mountain of shit is overshadowing the actual good games at this point. Like, developers have been complaining that their games only show up on the newly released thing for maybe 10 minutes because a bunch of new shit keeps being shoveled onto the platform. Or For instance, you know, shit like what happened with Digital Homicide, where it's like, they just fucking keep releasing the same bullshit. It's actually the same game. And just asset flips and shit like that. It's just... It's a case of they need stronger curation for the literal shit so that the good shit can actually get on the platform and get noticed. I'm not saying that they should just, you know, I'm not saying that they should, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I'm not saying they should block anything from being released on the platform just from a level of quality perspective, but at the same time I'm saying that there should be at least some sort of stipulations in place for something like the games that we're seeing a lot of now, which are literally like either wholesale ripoffs of other games, complete stealing of assets in the store and just reposting to the platform. You know, I'm saying like that shit shouldn't happen.
Sorry.
And as far as what needs to be done about that, the only thing I can think of that would essentially do that is curation from like actual human eyes.
Yeah, but again, that's okay. What would your process be? What would your cleaning process be? What would you be looking for? And again, remember, you have to be allowing for games like again, getting a homemade body.
Well, first off, I think step one would be making sure the games actually have an executable and actually run.
Oh yeah, no, functionality, like a functionality check is absolutely a thing that, yes, should be done. I agree wholeheartedly. And again, the same thing with like Digital Homicide, deleting comments, trying to sue Jim Sterling.
Well, no, it's not. That's a whole other deal. That's already taken care of in terms of their policy on, like, what's it called?
Life of Black Tiger, wasn't that the one that was completely trash?
That was the one that was completely trash and still got let on to Sony when they opened the floodgates.
Yeah, okay, but I don't know the story behind Life of Black Tiger, so somebody has to tell me.
It's like a shitty, like excessively shitty.
Somebody wanted to do a tiger simulator, but
no, it wasn't even a tiger simulator. Somebody stole a bunch of assets from the asset store, cobbled together what barely functions as an actual game, called it Life of Black Tiger, barely translated the dialogue they had for it, and essentially it got released onto both Steam and
PlayStation.
PS4 when it came out, and this was when Sony actually like opened up their store to like indies and shit like that. And it was essentially like close to Digital Homicide levels of bad, but for the PS4 store.
Okay. So again, this seems like a quality issue, and I understand, right? Like,
I'm not trying to say that no one should be able to put their game on Steam. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there needs to be some level of curation to decide, hey, maybe no.
Okay, what would be your minimum standards then? Also, Ant says, except Steam can barely be bothered to enforce their own rules because it takes them too much time/money. They only act when someone makes a major PR stake. Yes, I get that. It sucks. But again, what's your solution? Let's not sit here bitching. What would you propose? And what would you propose and say is the fix?
I mean, I'm not like any sort of analyst, so I can't really say as far as full-on solutions go. But again, I do think hiring actual human people to actually do it.
Most of what he's heard via our RE Life of Black Tiger tends to theorize that lots of nepotism was involved. And if nepotism was involved, then human curation would not fix anything.
I mean, yes it would. Someone at some point would be like, why? And I mean, obviously in a perfect world, you know, that would, you know, be preventable. Obviously in certain cases it's not. But at the same time, I think it's better to have, you know, things in place to stop that sort of shit, rather than just being like, eh, it's gonna happen anyway, fuck it.
I'm just saying, if you have a solution, even like the beginning of a solution, because yes, you're not the analyst, I'm not expecting you to be a subject matter expert.
Let me.
But no grousing. No just random grousing.
Okay, no random grousing. I think $100 is too low of a fee to put a fucking game on Steam. I think it should be somewhere in the $1,000 range. Or something similar to that. Somewhere where they can't just make it back in a day because of a bunch of people paying $1 for a fucking game.
Okay, but that kind of sucks for that random indie dev that put together a game with his own love over like 5 years of working in his basement in his spare time. You've got to have like $1,000.
Tell it to fucking Thomas Happ, the guy that made Axiom Verge, the guy that got Axiom Verge on Steam, PS4, PS Vita, Switch. Tell it to him.
Okay,
He spent a decade making the game himself, alone.
Yes. And it was a great game.
So, at the same time, what I'm wondering is if Toby Fox had to pay $1,000 to put Undertale on Steam.
Pretty sure he had to pay as much as anybody else had to pay to put their games on Steam, because that was prior to them just being like, oh no, yeah, it's $100.
And because sometimes people make games just to fucking make games, as a form of expression, as a thing that they do. He's saying if somebody doesn't think if it's not worth taking out a loan to try and publish the game, because it's a fucking risk, dude. Because even if it is a great, wonderful thing, even if you believe in the product, sometimes shit just goes wrong.
Yeah.
Because you do not want to sink yourself on a huge fucking risk on an independent project that
I don't I don't think $1,000
you don't want to fucking take out a mortgage on your
Can I just say I don't think $1,000 is too much to be
That's
asked.
very true, because my stepmom owns 2 different restaurants.
Can I just
she had to put
personal information here. I make $1,000 in a 2-week period.
Okay, that's
great.
Could you throw that down? Could you just throw that down?
Yes. If it's that important to me that my game gets released, yes. Like,
well,
I may be in the rare situation where I can actually afford to do that shit, and, you know, somebody else may not be able to afford that shit. But if it's that fucking important to someone that they get their game released, that they get their game on Steam, that sort of thing, whoa. Make the investment. Sure, it may not pan out, but you know what? Shit happens.
At 50% capacity.
Yeah, and then that person
5 key components
took out a loan for
not
$1,000 now has to pay it back.
AI.
How?
Computer. What 5 key elements are missing?
I mean, like I'm saying, I'm not saying sink yourself just on the hunch that your game might
not
be
detected.
successful.
I get that.
I'm
what
saying have a
key
plan.
Elements?
Have a plan in place. Like,
Never
okay,
mind.
I can get this loan. I can pay the $1,000 to get this game on Steam. If it doesn't work, I have a backup plan in place for, you know, the ability to actually pay this money back if indeed you did get a loan.
Kind of like going to college, I guess. So.
Also, we got the high-tech suit now.
Also, consider people in other countries where, yes, $1,000 US is a thing you could totally just get a loan for. Some, I don't know, makes an awesome game, but he's also some Vietnamese guy, and maybe he doesn't have great credit. Maybe in Vietnam he doesn't do loans too well. This is, by the way, for people watching later on, or for people watching, I don't know anything about Vietnam. I'm using it as an example. I'm not even saying, oh, so he's so poor, terrible, third country guy.
No, that's fine. No, I understand.
It's a different system. But you know, somebody who can't just take out a loan for $1,000 because there's no infrastructure or system there to just do that.
That's
for
what
some
publishers
Joe
are for.
schmuck.
That is what publishers are for. You pitch your game to your publisher, give them, you know, you show them your work. You show them, hey, I made this game, would you be willing to publish it? That's what Devolver Digital does. That's what Adult Swim Games does. They take smaller indie projects that have a lot of work and a lot of time invested into them and actually work with the developers to get them the ability to put their games on platforms and get them sold. If you are really that hard up for the cash yourself, that is literally what a publisher is.
Sell your soul.
Yeah, basically.
Not really. There are plenty of publishers that allow people to maintain independent control over them.
I don't know if you've ever actually been in the industry, so I don't know exactly how much you have to say about that. Ant asks, if you're in a country with no infrastructure to take out a loan and no personal capital of yourself, how are you making a game anyways? Because you need, like, you need a computer to make a game.
Yeah, and there's no infrastructure to support it.
No,
this is as far as you go,
you
kid.
You can get a computer
Who are you people?
for relatively cheap.
And what the hell is the
you
restoration?
None of your business.
It wasn't. Now it is.
Like, you don't need a lot of capital right fucking now to make a game. You need a computer. And you don't even need a lot of capital right the fuck now to make a good game or a commercially viable game. You need a computer.
Just throw grenades at him.
But if you have to sit there and pitch your game to somebody, that means that you have to convince somebody that your game is worth something.
And it should be.
But here's my point. Sometimes people don't fucking know. Again, getting over it with
this is as far as you go, kid.
I'm gonna keep using that one because it's a prime example, but there are a whole bunch of other ones.
None of your business.
Yes, he totally did just donkey punch him to death and would hit. Massive commercially successful game for how much was paid for it. Basically no marketing, except for the fact that a bunch of streamers got involved with it. And nobody fucking knew that it was gonna be that good. Nobody knew it was gonna be that good. Until a bunch of streamers got involved with it. And we got some great games off of that health pack, which is hilariously outrageous. Faceless mask underneath the faceless armor plate. It's a good Matryoshka. That's great. like, if Bennett Foddy had to basically sit there and try and pitch his games to any publisher in creation, they would basically tell him to go stick his head in a pig.
So instead, he did what he wanted to do. He paid the fee.
He paid $100, yeah.
Did he? Or was this before?
I don't know.
So maybe look it up before you start using this example.
But my point is, like, yeah, he paid whatever it is, but the point is, you're saying that in order to publish a game, you need to be able to convince a publisher,
or alternatively, pay the fee. If you really cannot come up with $1,000
now we get the hell out of
here. Publish a game on Steam. Maybe you have bigger
Friction
problems to
filter
worry about.
acquired.
Bennett
Operating
Foddy was
capacity
published
at
by Humble Bundle.
60%.
There you go.
But my point was that publishers don't necessarily automatically know what's going to be a good game. That's what I'm getting at. Publishers don't automatically know, and some guy who's working in his fucking basement, you know, like that, it doesn't even disqualify him from being able to make something.
I'm not
good.
saying it should. Like, I'm not saying it should at all. There are platforms. There are platforms for it. There are ways around it. Maybe they have to pitch their game to a publisher. Maybe they don't. Maybe there's extenuating circumstances for why they cannot afford to pay a fee to put their game on a platform. But all I'm saying is that doing fucking something is better than doing fucking nothing.
I'm just saying the solution is not increasing the publishing cost.
I mean, that was an example. That was a suggestion. It didn't have to be the end-all be-all. There may very well be better ideas than mine. I'm a fucking idiot.
Oh my god, you have the speed booster. You have the fucking speed booster, that's hilarious.
Yes, I mean, personally, I'm a fucking idiot. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about half the time. So, you know, if there is a better way of doing it, I'm all ears. But there has to be some way of doing it that isn't just, yeah, no, anybody can put their shit on Steam. Anybody. No, just anybody. You know, pay $100, you know. I could literally, right now, write a program in JavaScript. If I knew any even if I didn't know any JavaScript at all, I could pay the $100 right fucking now and get an empty executable put on Steam.
Yep.
And that's a problem.
I'm not saying it's... I'm saying a basic functionality check, a basic legality check, those are reasonable things to expect. I'm not saying they're unreasonable.
Yeah.
But I also don't think it's going to fix the problem you're expressing.
The fact that mountains and mountains of shit is actually being let on Steam without any prior approval or anything like that, they just pay a fee and get on Steam.
Basically, yes.
I think...
And I also don't think that increasing the fee to anything within a reasonable space, even if $1,000 is considered a reasonable amount, I don't think that increasing the fee to $1,000 will fix it.
It may not even fix it. I don't know, but it's better than doing nothing. Again, something better than nothing.
Not always.
Okay.
I understand what you're saying. Something is better. Like in this particular case, you think that it would be better than doing nothing. I'm just saying that if you increase your restrictions on what can be posted, that means you are also that works both for keeping out the bad shit, but also keeping out the good shit. Right? So doing something could have a negative effect where you lose the a gem, a hidden gem could be, yeah, that triple kill was pretty sweet. A hidden gem could be completely passed over, could be completely thrown away, just because they don't meet some arbitrary restriction.
Right. No, I understand that, and that's not what I'm advocating for. You know, I'm not trying to say that people.
It's not better than.
I'm not saying that, you know, there shouldn't be recourse for people that cannot make the requirements one way or the other. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that people should just not be allowed to put stuff on Steam. However, I think it's wiser to actually do something similar to that and essentially say, we are holding our platform to a higher set of standards. We do not allow, you know, trash on our platform. Now, if you can make a good faith argument for, you know, your product not being trash, go right ahead. We will accept you on Steam if your product is not trash. And obviously, trash is, you know, I'm wording this in very, like, what's the word I'm looking for? for? I'm wording this very
Vaguely.
vaguely. But, like...
Okay, I understand where you're coming from.
Well, specifically, I'm trying to say that what you're saying is the problem with my suggestion is the problem they're currently having. Good games, very good games, gems, essentially, that you would be advocating to be able to be put onto Steam and be able to be played by more people, are getting passed over and essentially just not getting the attention they deserve because they're being put alongside a mountain of shovelware.
Okay, and that's I get that, I do, but the question becomes, what becomes a reasonable standard? What are you trying to keep out that you can keep out with the methods that what is it you're trying to keep out? What methods can we use to actually keep them out without restricting everything else? Is the big problem, right? Let's at least start with what are you like? Let's put some actual definitions down of what do you want to keep out. Don't just say shit, right? I want to know why a game is shit.
Alright,
I think that's a reasonable request.
I do think that is a reasonable request. What I would consider, and this is just me personally, games that have no intrinsic value within themselves and are essentially just a bunch of... Essentially someone who has a basic knowledge of code and the ability to download assets from an asset store and is not essentially making their own game in good faith. They are essentially taking another person's work and passing it off as their own. And I'm not saying that in the literal legal sense. I'm saying that more in the sense that.
So you would say that Steam should not allow derivative works.
I'm not specifically saying derivative works. I'm saying literal fucking copies.
By the way, somebody responds in the YouTube chat, says, "I'm such a big fan, I will help you with all your live streams, I can get moderator."
No.
Yeah, that's... I'm not even a moderator. Fuck.
There's moderator ability on this?
I have no idea.
YouTube is that advanced?
I have no idea.
Huh. Well, shows what I know.
Right?
But no, you were saying...
like you're saying that bad games, at least one element of bad games is derivative works. Clones.
It's yeah, specifically, and I mean, I'm specifically saying clones as in literally they just bought the assets and the engine and decided to sell it. That sort of thing is one of the qualifications I would look at when I say fucking no.
Okay. So, next question. You are hiring a moderator team.
Yes.
Your team needs... apparently yes, there is moderator. Your team needs to look at each and every proposed game coming in. Each and every one. Alright? Pardon me. How much time should a curator, I'm just going to use the word curator, spend checking a game to make sure that it is not a derivative work? And I mean derivative work in the sense of cloning here.
So you're specifically talking about stuff like asset flips and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well,
how much time should an asset flip check take?
Just considering the fact that a quick Google can pull up half of the shit that, you know, we're talking about here. And when I say quick Google, I mean like literally 5 minutes. It's the first fucking result.
Okay. Yep.
I would say, at the very least, for that sort of check, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour.
Okay, so next question.
Yeah.
We're dealing with a game that has never been published before, so a quick Google doesn't help you.
Except a quick Google can help you find the assets that are literally stolen from the Unity store.
Okay, that's where you're getting there. But there again, going back to Benefati, because it's a great example. I'm sorry, it just works.
Okay.
He bought his assets from the Unity store.
Yeah.
Like licensed them.
Yeah.
And the entire game is just either free or cheaply licensed assets.
Yeah.
How would your curator know that that should be allowed and shouldn't be allowed?
I mean, I do also want to posit that this doesn't have to occur in a vacuum. Like, at all.
I might need you to qualify that.
Okay, there can be more than one moderator looking at a single game.
Okay.
There can be contact between the moderator team and the game dev.
Okay, yes. But, I mean, again... How would you differentiate between Bennett Foddy and some asshole?
I mean, I think Bennett Foddy is some asshole. I think we're all some asshole, but that's
okay. But when I say some, I'm talking about derivative work, acid stealing asshole.
So you're
Foddy who makes an acid flip game.
So you're talking as opposed to like digital homicide rather than Bennett Foddy. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. How do we differentiate in a conversation with the dev between Bennett Foddy and digital homicide?
I mean, especially this is like a very particular case that you're pulling up, and it is.
I know.
But you also have to remember that specifically for Bennett Foddy, he worked with a publisher.
Yes, but my original question has little to do with actually the game itself, but it's he made a game with bought assets. Have a good night, Ann. He made a game with bought assets.
Now
that looks like absolute jank from the outside, which it absolutely does. But on actual play, is a good game, and when given to streamers, becomes a commercial success. So, yes, I'm talking about one game in particular, but I know that is not the only game that does it, and also certainly not the only game that could do it.
Right. Now, specifically for this sort of game, I think there would need to be some sort of dialogue between the publisher, or not the publisher, the developer and the moderator team, or just something in general. There needs to be a good faith argument. There needs to be essentially curation. There needs to be somebody going, okay, look, this looks like fucking total crap. Why do you want to be on our platform? Aside from just making money. And obviously that is, the end goal. There's always that goal of making money.
Yeah.
But if the game itself, the product itself...
Why is your game not derivative shit?
Yes, essentially.
I think is the question that you're getting at.
Yes. I think there needs to be... And in a lot of regards, it's going to be a judgment call, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, there's no way to avoid that. It's a judgment call on every fucking level, because, like, shit that already goes on Steam is a fucking judgment call, because it's like... You get shit that's, made by, the AAA industry. That doesn't fucking work. You get shit like Fallout 76 being released on platforms. And that there's that level of not a good faith argument. You know?
Do you not think that the customer would have any say in this? Like, because there's a reason things are on Steam and continually shown to you and advertised.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, Lyra, is we're talking about, the argument we're having is about things that don't, like, this is before it even gets published on Steam. This is about even letting it onto the platform in the first place.
Honestly, I look back to Steam Greenlight and what they could have done rather than what they actually did.
Oh,
that's why they got rid of it, though.
Yes,
I mean,
they got rid of it because
wasn't working.
No, they got rid of it because they didn't want to deal with it. Literally,
right,
it was
because it wasn't working.
It was supposed to be a way for, you know, indie devs and, like, really, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Essentially that class of people that, you know, could not afford to put their game on through any other means, basically.
Okay, yep.
Now, what they did with it, instead of, you know, making it, you know, a useful metric for actually getting games onto the platform, they essentially fucking abandoned it from day one and just let solely, and this is solely the fact of the user base, they let the user base decision entirely, basically.
Okay. So the user base were the ones that decided whether something
the user base, essentially, it was a popularity contest. It was a voting contest, essentially.
Yep.
And we've seen how those turn out. Happen.
Okay.
I feel like you're putting a lot on Steam when, you know, the person that develops it should have, like, a game plan for marketing, they should have a game plan for advertising, they should say, Steam seems to want the developers to take the initiative.
Yes, I do think there is room for that too. I think, what's the word? I think there's room for essentially the burden of proof to be on the person developing the game. You can make an argument either way, but I think at some point there does have to be just the point where the developer has to say, this is what we're going for, this is why we believe our game should be allowed onto the platform, and this is why our game, despite, you know, purchasing assets, because, you know what? Fucking even AAA devs purchase assets to do this sort of shit.
I was gonna say.
They have to be able to show that their game is not just the sum of its parts, essentially. And that's kind of cliche to say, but specifically what I'm talking about is the fact that they have to be able to show that their game isn't just made of somebody else's work, and that includes, you know, explaining why they believe that their game deserves to be on the platform.
So you want the prospective developer to basically write you an essay.
Wouldn't hurt, actually, but...
Ow.
Ow, what the fuck was that?
I don't know. Something hitched for a second.
It was weird. But yeah. So for you, it's you know, write me a proposal and hope I like you that day.
Well, I mean, it's not even.
No,
this is what, like, he tells me every day. Put a little effort. Just effort. Apparently.
Like, if, and this is what I will always go back to. If it is really that important, you would put the effort in. Like, not even. You can call me disingenuous all you want. You can say, oh well, that wouldn't, you know, that wouldn't work, or for whatever.
I understand what you're saying, right?
I think if it was
level of sense.
Yeah, if it was really that important to the dev, it was really that important that they had to get their game onto Steam in some such a way that they either couldn't pay a flat fee or couldn't talk with a publisher, couldn't get an agreement from a publisher, couldn't get denied from a publisher. It was really that important that they got their magnum opus on Steam in that way. Just put the effort for it. Show that, you know, it's worth it from any perspective.
How in God's name are you supposed to get through this?
I wish I could remember.
Like, it looks like you're supposed to do some sort of weird, crazy platforming with your Shine Spark, but I really don't get it.
Yeah, it's if I recall correctly, I gotta go down here.
What I remember from him playing this game is a lot of this.
Not wrong.
You need more health.
Working on it.
That's why he keeps going back and saving himself.
Sure.
So I jumped when I made the...
Oops.
Because those crates up at the top are actually breakable through speed boost.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I just need to actually... I need to actually, like, get there, but the camera's not cooperating with me today.
Oh, I think I get it, and it's stupid.
Oh, I think I see it too, and it's real dumb. I remember this from when I first played it. It dumb. It real dumb. It suck.
Oh god, this is stupid.
Oh! Oh, god damn it. I jumped when I should have just kept going.
You just know where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least now I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
How much fucking bullshit it is.
You can do it.
Oh, I know I can. It's
Just really try.
oh, fuck!
Hates you.
Yeah, the camera really does not like this area. It's mostly because of the grid snap system that they have going on here, but at the same time, it's like, just please make the camera follow me for 1 second.
I could. I wish the. Oh, I wish I could show you the horror and disgustingness that was Anima Gate of Memories.
Why does that sound familiar?
Because it was an Anima Beyond Fantasy game that was put out, and it was like video game that was put out was terrible.
Hey, we did it.
Well done.
Gold bar.
Really, that's what that was for.
Yeah. You don't want a gold
Do the gold
bar?
bars even do anything?
They do something. I think we have to collect all of them first.
Yeah. But anyways, a chain of memories. Or so, fucking let me check. I have it in my library. Chain of memories. Okay. Okay. So imagine like one of those like Platinum Games style fighters, right?
Yes.
Did you save after getting that gold bar?
I did not, son of a bitch.
He's pissed off.
He's so
Royally so. Beautiful.
Oh god, oh. Anyways, so imagine one of those Platinum Games style fighters. But imagine it was made by somebody who had an idea how to make a Platinum Games style fighter.
So, Ruby Grimmel
Makes it worse. Actually worse.
How?
Well, for one thing, the camera aggressively, very, very aggressively tries to stay at your back. Which, you know, sounds okay, except for the fact that, you know, you need 360-degree awareness. Anytime you move, the camera is trying to snap to your back again. It's too close, and they have these really, really picky platforming sections where, again, it snaps to the same lateral, like vertical position. So if you try and like raise it up so you can actually see where the fuck you're jumping, doesn't help. It snaps back the instant you try and move anywhere. Pardon me. And then to top that off, there's no drop shadow. How do you do a game with any kind of platforming and not have a drop shadow? Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Are you trying to make an argument for this game?
No. I'm making an argument for why it's terrible.
Okay. I was gonna say, because you're doing a really bad job of it.
No, it's I am not in support of the damn thing. Also, did Sue's pause go away?
Probably. He's royally upset.
I had to pay. Leave me alone.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
He's royally upset.
He's pissed off.
Anyhow,
this
game that you were talking about sounds like an absolute piece of garbage.
Oh, it is. It's terrible. And the sad part is, I really wanted to like it because I like it. But the dialogue is cheesy and not even good cheesy, and the combat system is extremely painfully just. The actual combat system is lame.
Was it made by one person?
Bad. No, it's a
team effort.
It's a studio effort. Let me find the actual studio here. Where the fuck did it go? I just had it. Oof, pardon me. Ah, fuck.
What is going on? Why?
Did you make it?
There it is. Page. It was made by the developers of Anima Project, the Badland Publishing. I don't know who is Badland Publishing. Either way, it is. How is it have a mostly positive review? It's terrible. Why? It should not have a mostly positive review score.
Well, Bear, it sounds like this game was a success on Steam.
Yeah, well, I guess some people don't like it. Or some people like it, and that's weird.
Well,
But
like
sure.
you said, with the art style, a lot of people really enjoy art, and they will overlook a serious amount of stuff for art.
Yeah.
Like
all the
Avatar.
art design was done by the same guy that did most of Anima Beyond Fantasy's artwork. If you played any Anima Beyond Fantasy, it's much like the video game it's based on. It's a bad system with great visuals.
Yep. And you know, there's room for that, I think, actually. I'm not saying that people shouldn't be able to enjoy bad games.
I mean, you learn from your mistakes.
Well, no, like, I'm saying that, you know, there's plenty of games that are bad that people like and people enjoy, and that's fine. I don't think Steam should be the platform for it.
I don't necessarily agree, but you know, whatever.
And again, this goes back to the, well, we gotta have it all on one platform. No, we don't. There can be a separate platform for bad video games.
I don't think there needs to be a separate platform for bad video games, because
I think there does, because I don't want them in my library.
This just reminds me of Newgrounds. Like, people would throw up Flash animated games.
Great shit came from Newgrounds.
Right.
Guess where what's-his-fuck came from?
What's his fuck?
The getting over it with what's-his-nuts.
Benefati.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quap.
Yeah.
The bad Flash game where it's literally fucking uncontrollable.
I mean, but you learn from your mistakes, and like he had a chance.
No,
At one
like
point.
that was the point of the game. It's like you controlling like you use your keyboard, you use the Q, W, O, and P keys to control the limbs of a human and move them around. It's awful. It's awful. But it was a Flash game.
Yeah. But I don't think, the idea of saying, oh, this is a bad game, and because it is because you don't like it, because it is a bad game.
Again, I was making a joke. I was not actually advocating for a separate library for bad video games. That is a dumb idea.
It sounded like you were, so... You had me confused. You had me genuinely confused.
I'm sorry, I didn't clarify that. I don't actually think there should be a bad video game library. I'm saying that there is room on a library for bad video games. I just don't think that Steam itself is the right platform for all bad video games. Let me put it that way. I think there is a place, a time, and whatnot for them. But at the moment, I think Steam has the problem of there being too much shit to shovel and not enough people with shovels.
Oops, other way around.
So, specifically what they need is someone...
Wow, those are horrible visuals. I want to see how this game goes.
No, sorry, I don't. Bad game.
I'm joking.
Shut up. Bad game with good visuals.
They're doing something dumb.
I posted a picture in our private.
That's a really good picture, like a really good artistic picture, and he said good game, bad visuals.
Other way around. Other way around. Don't bitch. It's a bad game with good visuals. That's also what I was saying. It's anime. Because that's anime. That's the main art person. And here is the promotional artwork for Anima Gate of Memories. Now you tell me that's not fucking gorgeous. And I'll call you a liar.
Not fucking gorgeous.
You're a liar.
Oh, we know that. And I mean, again, there's plenty of places to get bad video games and whatnot, but I think Steam needs to focus on keeping their library in a good position rather than just letting an overwhelmingly pile of shit start taking over their store, which is what they have happening right now. And I specifically say that letting an overwhelming pile of shit take over their store because there have been in the past, I think last I checked, it was a statistic from like last year or something like that, but as of that point, there had been more games released on Steam that had been proven to be shit than there had been games released on Steam, period, in previous years. So, you know, maybe make sure that it's not gonna flood your store with shit before you open it.
I think the minimum standards of functionality and legality are absolutely there. But beyond that, I think the Newgrounds approach is perfectly valid. Steam has most of its market share because people put their entire game library on it, good or bad. So, you know, to basically say, you can't get your game here, you know, you're gonna have to go somewhere else.
See, now
Somewhere else for their entire game library.
See, now here's the whole issue with, you know, these sorts of arguments and whatnot, is that originally Steam started as that sort of kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? More exclusive sort of platform for video games. They didn't have a whole ton of releases on there because it was essentially seen as, you know, higher class, upper class.
Well, now they have competition, and frankly, people don't give a shit about curation. If I can get the good games here, and just the good games here, but I have to go if I have to go elsewhere for all the good games plus that game that I really like that apparently this exclusive Boys Club doesn't like. Guess where I'm gonna go? Is I'm gonna go there?
Except there doesn't have the other games.
That's the thing. Steam doesn't have exclusives.
Yes it does?
I mean, outside of Valve games, but I mean, realistically.
I mean, yes it does.
Valve doesn't very many games.
Okay, get Dusk on another platform.
I think you can get it on Epic Games platform, can't you?
No.
Oh, well, there you go. But that could change quite easily, and Steam doesn't have control over that.
Right. I'm not saying that they do. I'm just saying, like, that argument doesn't work when it's literally the case that, well, they don't have exclusives per se, they don't, like, have exclusive deals like the consoles and shit do.
Well,
But
that's how consoles maintain their market shares through exclusives.
Right,
You
I'm not...
When you can't do it through exclusives, you have to do it through access. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Steam doesn't have exclusive deals per se, but they are the biggest platform on the platform. There is very little in terms of restrictions as far as getting your game on. If your game's on Steam, it's pretty easy to get.
Yeah, but your proposal is that you change that and make it harder to get your game on Steam.
Yes.
Now, my point is, if you do that, and a whole bunch of games start migrating to, let's just say, Epic, because let's face it, it's starting to look that way.
I mean, they likely won't just because of some of the stipulations that they've now since revealed. But
what stipulations?
Essentially games that are going to be put on the Epic Store are going to be on the basis of influencers, quote unquote.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's epic. Why would you do that?
So hey, what's his nuts with Epic Foddy, whatever the fuck? That would be a game that would be on the Epic Store because a lot of influencers, aka streamers, are big into it.
Yeah, but my point is, right, if Steam starts doing that and a whole bunch of semi-popular games start migrating to a different platform, a platform that also offers all the games that Steam does,
which will be physically impossible.
Most of the games that Steam does,
which will be physically impossible.
How so?
Depends on what you mean by all of the games or most of the games that Steam has on offer. Because last I checked, the library was pretty fucking huge.
Okay,
and
like, what I mean is, like, let's say for the sake of argument that somebody gets access to Steam, like somebody gets access to, or at the very least almost all of the same publishers that publish on Steam, which is actually fairly reasonably possible. Right? It's as simple as making a phone call and saying, "Hey, I'd like to put your games on my thing. Would you like me to sell things on your behalf?"
You really underestimate the number of publishers there are.
It's a big list. I'm not saying it isn't.
Like, holy shit, man.
Yes, but I'm saying, like, if you are trying to create a platform to kill Steam, then
I don't think there needs to be a platform to kill Steam. Why does everything have to be about platform killing? Why is it that there cannot be competition between two platforms, both good? Like, it doesn't.
Because there could not be competition between first-person shooters after Halo came out. As an example, because remember, like, as soon as Halo came out, Sony tried to get Killzone to become a thing specifically to kill Halo, to make it so that the market share of Killzone was enough that people didn't buy Halo anymore. And because again, people typically don't like to just have 6 or 7 launchers for different games. Like it's not convenient. And remember, convenience is it's a very big word.
No shit.
It's a very big and important word.
No shit.
So yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people, maybe not all people, well, certainly not all people, your people in theory, but a lot of people
Negative,
are going
I am a robot.
A lot of people are going to pick one launcher. They're going to have their launcher of choice, just like people have
Except for the part where they don't always have the choice. See also Origin.
Yeah, I don't see how well that went.
I mean, I'm not saying Origin is good, but they could have made it good, and they could have made it worthwhile. There's nothing saying that having 2 launchers can't be worth it, and also a good idea. There just has to be
quite a number of people who never got the 3rd Mass Effect game because they didn't want to, specifically and exclusively, because they didn't want to download Origin. They didn't want Origin.
That is also fair, because...
Power down immediately and surrender and you won't be hurt!
Same to you.
You've got the armor, but you don't know how to use it.
I'm a quick learner.
Like, we already beat a guy?
Yes.
And... okay. Buddy, I don't know what you think you're trying to do here. But anyways, I know I'm not again, because they didn't want to download Origin. Not even about being against Origin specifically, because they had one launcher and that was what they wanted.
Also, keep in mind
because
that
Origin was aggressively shit.
Keep in mind that Steam also has the functionality to put all of these games in your library.
I'm sorry?
Keep in mind that Steam also has the functionality to put all of these games in your Steam library and launch it through the Steam library.
Yeah,
AR-60.
but that's what I'm getting, right?
Excellent.
If suddenly you couldn't do that, right?
I would just... Again, I'm one of those weird people. If I want to play a game, I'll play the game. I don't give a fuck.
Claire, I'm almost there. Can you move yet?
A little. The paralysis is wearing off.
More ammo, more powerful, more down.
Claire!
More.
She cried war.
9 out of 12 gold bars. We're almost there. Foam door. For bland. Alright, we'll probably take a break here once I get to the next area.
Fair enough. It's just been us arguing constantly.
Oh, hey! Look where we are!
Hello.
Recognize this area?
I do. Yes.
Also, we now have infinite foam.
Yeah, I noticed. We've had that for a while I don't know, I just there's like, you know, there's people who only have one console. They miss out on all the exclusives because they don't want to get a second console because that's money and inconvenience.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But again, I'm weird like that. If a game is worth it to me to play, I will fucking play it. That's it. I am in the unique position of being able to buy video games for consoles that I own.
So, if somebody put out a really good video game for a console you didn't own, would you buy the new console?
Depends. How worth it to me is this newfangled video game?
I don't know. And neither do you because you haven't played it. Because
okay.
You can't play it.
Let me put it to you this way, Bear.
He lets other people play first.
Yeah. I watch LPs for a reason. But I mean that's a whole other deal. I want to word this properly so it doesn't give the wrong impression.
Yep.
Lyra is the one who bought me the PS4 that I have.
Uh-huh.
I had the money at the time.
Yeah, she had the money at the time. Now, there were two very specific reasons for me to get a PS4 at that time. I didn't have the money, she did, you know, whatever.
Yep.
There were two very specific reasons. One of them was Bloodborne, and the other was Uncharted 4.
Okay.
So, having not played Uncharted 4 and having not played Bloodborne, they were worth it enough to me to want to buy the console. If I had had the money myself, I would have bought the console specifically for the both of them.
Okay.
Again,
but you're saying that you didn't have the resources necessary to afford to do that.
Right. I'm saying that, yes. But at the first opportunity, I would have.
Well, a number of people don't have the resources necessary to realistically have two game launchers on the computer because
why?
That's space and it's memory.
Okay. Launchers generally don't exceed very much in terms of amount, but alright, I will, for the sake of the argument, go along with your words here.
Also, again, it's convenience. And I'll lean on that one. It's convenience.
A lot of times people don't trust launchers too.
That's also a thing. Like, I mean, again, Origin being aggressively EA does not help matters.
Right. I totally get that, and I totally understand that. But again, if it's worth it, like, again, if the game itself is worth it to whoever is going to be the one purchasing it, they will do so. If it's not worth it, then they won't. But it's the matter of convenience is simply the fact that you can essentially play this video game or not. That is the convenience. If it is not convenient enough to you to play the game, then the game isn't worth it enough to you to actually play it. And you were never in the market for that game in the first place.
Where the goddamn are you? Also, I do need to ask, what exactly is the point of getting phone packs?
What's up?
What exactly is the point of getting phone packs?
I couldn't tell you. Completion percentage.
It would appear. Like, is there a particular suit? Like, because you had a certain number of key cards or something, that's why you have that kind of
there may be an upgrade that I got in the other file that is carrying over to this for some reason.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if that's it, unless you only claim unless you would only claim that as a result of getting, like, I think you got the Infinite Film around the same time as you got, like, the big suit upgrade. Where it was, like, missing 5 key components because you didn't have enough passkeys or whatever.
Well, no, the 5 key components are actually scattered.
Okay. Well then, I don't know. Oh.
Yep.
Where even are you?
Run away. I don't think I can kill this helicopter.
Not with foam.
I mean, I killed the previous helicopter with foam. I need to go up and over. Go down. Because there's a grenade pack down here.
And, you know, you don't have enough great roads
More completion.
Fair enough.
Also, we could do this!
Nice. Running on water.
Open fire! We found the
Do you know that there's like a world outside of Bunker?
Indeed. It would appear that the complex is only resting in the shadow of this mountain.
There.
Yes, Zeus.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Tired.
Perhaps you should get some rest. Never.
Just don't have to work tomorrow.
This is true.
I do have to get up early though, so I really should probably call it a night.
You are just having the worst time with that key card piece. Ask card piece. I don't fucking know.
Fuck. Yeah, there we go. Mine's all mine.
There you go.
Oh,
I think we found the far extreme edge.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Is this the extreme end? Are we
Yep,
there?
I can't go any farther. That is the edge of the fucking map.
Okay.
This is the edge.
Invisible wall.
This is the edge of the map. Now I can actually go zoom out because we've been to each extreme of the map and most of the territory inside it. This is the map.
Looks like you're missing an item on the other end.
Oh yeah, all the way up there. Yeah, I didn't have
Yeah.
I didn't have the ability to get that as of yet.
Okay.
Now let me see here. We need to. Oh, we're actually going the right way, surprisingly enough.
Oh, weird.
I know, right? Aha! I remember you.
Fucking bitch. Take care of your feet, kids. They're the only ones you got.
I mean, that's a matter of perspective, really.
Unless you can get replacements.
Yeah. Most people can. They're
So she's
called
ready to be a peg leg.
legs.
Okay. Functional replacements.
They're called prosthetics.
They're not actually very functional yet.
I mean, have you seen the Olympics?
Okay, those are cool, I'll agree. But those are also extremely expensive.
Well, yeah. Yeah. But have you in fact
Basically,
also
the goal is.
have you in fact also seen Kingsman?
Yes, I have actually. Both of them.
They're so good.
Oh,
They're
God.
such good movies. They really are.
I mean,
Second one wasn't as good.
I
moral
disagree.
of the story is don't get rid of your feet, guys.
Yeah, don't get rid of your feet. Can
Yeah, no,
absolutely-
don't cut your feet off. Don't cut your feet off. Don't be like me.
Take good care of your body. Or me. Did you want to get in the box?
Yes.
No, actually, I didn't. You should get the box, then you understand.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
You should probably turn off your flashlight. You're almost out of battery.
It doesn't matter. Grenade pack.
Of course it matters.
Watch, it doesn't matter. Bloop, it's off. And it's fully charged again. What was that? 5 seconds? If that?
Very important. Very important. you should conserve. You should
Conserve energy.
Conservation is everyone's responsibility, kids.
Well, when you have infinite energy backpacks, jet packs, fucking nonsense like this, I don't see a problem. Also, 8 out of 12 pass keys. We going places, boy.
Not yet. You need 4 more before you can go places.
I mean, we can go other places. I didn't say it was the only place we could go, did I? No. Oh, damn it. Really should be like some sort of hatch.
Yeah, but no. Your stuff.
No. God damn it.
Get the thing. Do the stuff. Oh, no. Wait, you grab me. How do I
Everything else is still fully. Is the elevator even affected by this?
No, not at all.
I think it's just going up and down. I was like, oh wait, now it's going down. Oh, hang on. It's probably just going down on its own. That's a pretty thick floor to see you from.
I couldn't quite get through stuff.
Claire! Damn it, I knew I shouldn't have left you alone. Claire!
Jason! Jason! Ow!
Oh, great.
So that thing about her that thing about her leaving to go hide.
Yeah.
She didn't.
God damn it, woman.
God damn it, woman, indeed. Alright, we hit a save point, so I'm actually going to stop here.
That's a good idea. You should get some sleep. Rest well.
Well, I'm not leaving just yet, I'm just stopping the stream.
Oh, well, alright then.
Spataberry, you don't want to talk to me anymore?
I think Bear's ready for sleep too.
Nah, I'm gonna be up for a while.
Bear? Sleep? Sacrilege.
I mean, he's been asleep a few times when I got up, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? There's no bear.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. It's actually,
I'm sorry. I'll try not to sleep anymore.
Bear.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment.
I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't actually have to do that.
I don't know. It sounds like you need to make sure that I'm up, so that Lyra has somebody to talk to when she gets up. I shall have to endeavor to do better about caffeine.
You should have to shh.
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I know.
Needed.
I need more. I'm out.